Hey, how y'all doing out there? Back at you again with another video. Today I'd like to just do a quick unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy A71. Now, of course, you can pick this up on Amazon or eBay or from Samsung directly. And you could also pick this up at AT&T or T-Mobile. This is a GSM only phone, so if you have Sprint or Verizon, you guys are out of luck. All right, let me give you the specs. So here we have a Super AMOLED Plus Infinity OLED display, 6.7 inches, 87% screen to body ratio, and you have a resolution of 1080 by 2400, 393 pixels per square inch. You have Gorilla Glass 3 on the front. Comes with Android 10 right out of the box with the One UI 2.0 on top. You have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 730, and you have the Adreno 618s, and it comes with an octa-core processor. So this is a mid-range phone. All right, you do have a micro SD card slot for expandable memory up to 512 gigs, and it comes with 128 gigs of internal memory with 6 gigs of RAM. Now there is a 128 gig 8 gig variant, but this is the 6 gig variant right here. All right, with the cameras, you have 4 cameras on the rear. So you have a 64 megapixel f1.8 wide, and then you have a 12 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide, a 5 megapixel f2.4 micro, and a 5 megapixel f2.2 depth sensor. Also comes a LED flash, panorama, HDR. You can shoot in 30 frames, 240 frames, and 960 frames per second. Shoots in 2160p, 1080p, and okay, I'm sorry about that. 2160p for 30 frames per second. That's your 4K. Then you have 1080p, shoots in 30 or 240 frames per second, and 1080p at 960 frames per second. All right. Excuse me on that. With the selfie camera, you have a 32 megapixel f2.2 wide on the front. This phone comes with HDR, of course, and the front camera also shoots at 1080p at 30 frames per second. You have one loudspeaker on the bottom, so no dual speakers, and you get a 3.5mm headphone jack. Now, I gotta say real quick, that really annoys me, because why is it that Samsung can put a headphone jack on a mid-range phone but can't put it on the top of the line phone, their premium phone? So that really annoys me, irritates me, and frustrates me. All right, next. This phone comes with Bluetooth 5.0, NFC, Samsung Pay. Also have FM radio. Comes with a USB Type-C power cord. And you got a in-display fingerprint sensor, optical. Not the Ultra, but optical, which still works fine. And you have a non-removable 4500 milliamp battery with 25 watt super fast charging. Okay, and this phone also comes in Prism Black and silver and also blue. All right, so those are all the specs of the device. So let's open it up and see what it is. Samsung Galaxy A71. All right, so we got the phone here on top. I'm gonna put that to the side. Just gonna make this quick. All right, so you have your USB Type-C cord right here, and you get a set of headphones, and you get your power brick right here. Okay, your 25 watt power brick. So no need taking all this apart. This is all that's in here. Up here, I can get this out. Alrighty. See what we got here. Usually your paperwork. Got your SIM ejection tool right here. And you get a case. You get a case, and you get your quick start guide here that nobody reads. And you got your clear case. Now, this is something that also irritates me too. Samsung just put out there the S20 Ultra, $1,400 phone with no case. But you can give a mid-tier phone a case. Samsung, that is so ridiculous. I'm just not understanding that. Why is it that you can give a mid-tier phone a headphone jack and also a case, but you can't give your most expensive phone a case and a headphone jack? I don't get that. I really don't. And I'm telling you, you guys as the consumer, you shouldn't really tolerate this. You should email Samsung and complain that you want a case in the box and you want the headphone jack, because there was no reason to remove it. Excuse me. All right, so let's take this off. Here's the phone here. I got the silver one. So we're going to move this to the side. So here you go. You got your Samsung Galaxy A70. 6.7 inches. Infinity OLED display. You have your power button on the right where it belongs. And based on here, now it's in the perfect spot. It's not way up here where you got to stretch. It's right here where it should be easy to get to. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't finish. And you got your volume rockers up and down right here. And they're in a good spot. I like the fact that the power button is here and the volume keys are above the power button where it belongs. I like that. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be on the left. I know a lot of people prefer their volume buttons on the left, but I like them on the right because I'm right-handed. But as long as they're above the power button, that's a good placement for them, in my opinion. At the bottom, you have your speaker grill, you have the USB Type-C port, and you have your headphone jack. On the left, you have nothing. On the top, you just have your place where you put your SIM card in and your micro SD card. Okay? So basically, this is it. Now let me and you have of course you have your 4 cameras on the back here, and you're gonna have the one here up at the top. So let me turn this on, and then I'll get right back to you guys, and we'll just go through some things really quick, and then I'll be done. All right, be right back. All right, you guys, I'm back. Now I must say, I got all my information in the phone, and you know, I like it. You know, it has it has a plastic back. Now you won't have to use a case on this because it's not slippery. It has really nice grip. It feels solid in the hand. It doesn't feel cheap at all, even though it's plastic on the back and a plastic body. Of course, you have Gorilla Glass 3 on the front, but it feels good. It doesn't feel like a cheap device at all. You're dealing with a phone that's basically all display except for the little camera cutout at the top. Now so far I am impressed with the phone. It's a little tall and narrow for me. You know, I prefer phones. I don't mind them being tall, but I prefer them to be a little wider, like my Note. But, you know, the display on this phone, absolutely phenomenal as usual, because Samsung makes the best displays on any device. So the display is awesome. You got a big giant 4500 milliamp battery. I'm curious to see how long the battery is going to last being that big. It's actually bigger than the battery I have in my Note. That's a 4300 milliamp battery. You know, I like the fact that this has, you know, expandable memory. Now, I'm going to tell you, I am disappointed that Samsung with these mid-range phones will not put wireless charging on their devices. And I think that's really a shame, and it's unfortunate because I did 3 $200 phones last year that all had wireless charging on them. So if a $200 device could put wireless charging on their device, Samsung could put it on their mid-tier devices as well. Now, I'm not saying fast wireless charging, but just wireless charging. You know, I'm okay with you not putting dual speakers. I'm okay with you not making the IP68 water and dust resistant. I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with not having reverse wireless charging. I'm okay with you leaving out a few of those top tier things, but just wireless charging, it could be even slow wireless charging, but it definitely should have wireless charging on it. So that's disappointing to me. But other than that, you're still getting a lot. You're getting a great display. You're getting expandable memory. You're getting an in-display fingerprint sensor. You're getting face unlock, which I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. You're getting face unlock. You're getting secure folders. I mean, you're still getting a lot. Let's look at the toggles really quick. So up here you got Of course, you got your Wi-Fi, you got your mute, your Bluetooth, auto rotate. This is for full screen gestures. That's something app that I put on here on my other phones a while ago. So that's what that is, even though Android 10 already have the full gesture, so I don't really use it, but it comes up. You got your flight mode, you got your split screen multitasking button, you got your mobile data, one-handed operation, your flashlight, your power mode, your link to Windows, so you can hook this up to your computer. And you know, basically the DeX is DeX capable. You have your blue light filter, your scan QR code. Of course, you got dark mode, which I already have it in. You got your secure folder, which I like that. Got your location, NFC, always on display, sync, smart view, screen recorder, phone visibility, do not disturb, edge lighting. Now I love the edge lighting. You know, the whole borders light up when you get a notification. I love that. This phone also has edge panels, which is the same thing I have on my Note 10. Now I know some people don't think those matter and they're not important, but those are very useful. So I like having the edge panels. Okay, you got your Dolby Atmos, of course, not through the down-firing speaker, but through your audio. So with your headphones, you can activate Dolby Atmos. You got your Bixby routines, your kids at home. You got your focus mode where you can take a break from your phone while say if you're on the phone reading and you put on focus mode, you won't get any notifications. Nobody be bothering you. You can just focus on what you're doing. And of course, you have your mobile hotspot. All right, so let's take a look really quick and hear how these speakers sound. Okay. Make sure the volume's turned all the way up. All right. Let's get a listen. Well, that's not bad for, you know, one down firing speaker. The sound quality is pretty good to me. Sound pretty good to me. So I like the speaker. And, you know, you're not going to expect, you know, dual speakers on a device, you know, mid-tier. But this one speaker is pretty loud and it sounds pretty good. So it's not bad. Let's take a look at the shooting modes on the camera. So you got your live focus. Basically, you take focus, you know, take pictures with that to blur the background out. You got your photo, you got your videos. Let me see. And then up here you got your Bixby Vision. You got your night mode where you can shoot, you know, in the dark, panorama, macro. You got pro mode, super slow motion, regular slow motion, hyperlapse, and also food. So you basically take pictures of, you know, with that. If you're going to take pictures of your food and turn that on, it's going to recognize that that's food and it should give you a good shot. So I'm definitely going to try to remember and test that and see what that looks like. Because I don't think I've ever used the food mode before, neither the macro mode. So I'm definitely going to check that out. And also maybe I'll check out the slow motion too. All right, so those are all your modes in your camera. So basically, so far, I am impressed, like I said, with the phone. The thing that I always love about Samsung is they make such gorgeous display. I just love these displays. They're awesome. I just wish it was just a tad bit wider. But, you know, this is probably going to be a little more manageable, you know, depending on who you are. It might be a little more manageable in your hand, having it to be a little bit more narrow. But it's not super narrow, you know, but it is narrow. And I prefer something a little wider, like my Note 10 Plus. But just right out the box, I'm definitely impressed with this device. It's not slippery. It's easy to hold in the hand. Like right now, I'm just holding it with 3 fingers and my pinky down here. And I don't have to worry about dropping it. But it does come with a case already in the box, so if you rather just use that to keep it from getting scratched, you can do that. But this phone is, you're not going to have a problem holding this. It's not slippery at all. The sides are not slippery. The back's not slippery. I'm definitely curious about how good these cameras are, so I'm looking forward to testing those. But give me about a week, and I'll get back to you guys with a full review and let you know what I think about this phone. All right, so once again, I'd just like to thank all my subscribers, and I appreciate you guys for the support. This channel is not possible without you. Big shout out to my wife, and I will see you guys in the next one. This is excuse me about my voice, I have a cold. This was my unboxing and first impressions of the Samsung Galaxy A71. All right, I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.